What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to go over my M39 or M14, Mark 14, whatever you want to call it, EBR rifle. I'm basing mine off of the Marine Corps' M39. I'm kind of a Marine Corps buff, a Marine Corps nut, whatever you want to call it. I tried to join the Marine Corps out of high school. I have a hip deformity that kept me out. And so, yeah, tried in 3 different states, couldn't get in. But I think I go over that in a different video. If y'all are interested in that, maybe I'll put it up in one of the corners. But before we get up into the meat and potatoes of this build, I do want to go over some housekeeping things. I want to thank you guys for 5,200 plus subscribers. I think we're almost to 5,300 at this point, but I do want to thank y'all for that. Also, for those of you who watched the Wolf's little mess up video where I tried to rack around in the chamber and missed it, I want to say thank y'all for getting that short so high. You know, literally, as cheesy as it sounds, we would not be where we're at right now with the amount of subscribers and publicity that we've got without y'all. So I do want to say thank you. Even to those of you who were jackasses in the comment section, yes, fuck you, and no, I'm not sorry about saying that. But anyways, guys, if y'all felt the need to be rude in that comment section, I feel bad for you. You know, if that's how lowly of a person you are, I do apologize. But I do put out these mess ups for training content. I am a certified NRA instructor, so I do want to help the community and with training and that sort of thing. And every once in a while, I'll put up a blooper of myself or one of my friends on the range. As you'll see throughout all my shorts right now, a lot of them aren't even perfect runs. They're just kind of me out there doing a new drill, or one of my friends doing a new drill. But yeah, I do want to talk a little bit about Patreon, kind of help pay the bills. If you like what we're doing here and you want to see us grow and help us give y'all better content, definitely check out the Patreon. I have 3 kind of entry level tiers. They are kind of ranked, I guess you could say. Like the lower tiers, like private, second tier is PFC, and then the 3rd tier is like non-commissioned officer or corporal, something like that. I just thought it'd be fun to kind of do some military rankings. If y'all don't feel like that's cool, I do apologize. If you have a better idea, leave it in the comment section below. I do have 2 training tiers right now. I do have a tier for just digital training, whether that be PowerPoints that I've come up with or video ideas that I come up with that I just want to share with the Patreon. I think until I get Patreon up and going, most of my training videos will be here on YouTube for free. But any of the more in-depth stuff, that will definitely be on the Patreon. For that second higher tier, I have all the stuff you get with that first tier, plus you get to attend my in-person training classes for free whenever I start putting those up there. NRA classes are not included in that. You will still have to pay full tuition for any NRA classes you or a loved one you'd like to take. But that's basically the end of Patreon right now. I do want to turn it into like a premium training kind of outlet for those of y'all who live out of state or, you know, can't come to Texas and do any in-person classes. That way y'all can kind of see my angle on it all. I definitely am not an expert, but the more kind of ideologies you can morph in together to make your one ideology, the better of a shooter, better of an individual you can be. So I definitely, you know, go get training. Or another way you can support us is by Amazon. Again, we are at a time of year right now where, you know, it's Christmas, you're gifting, you know, holidays, that sort of thing. If you click on our link, one of our links in the description below through Amazon, even if you don't purchase anything on Amazon, you can go ahead and do all your Amazon shopping through that link. We'll get a little bit of kickback from everything you buy on Amazon within that 24-hour period. Also, finally, Acre Gold. We are affiliated with Acre Gold. $50 a month gets you all the gold you could possibly want, I guess. And once you reach a threshold, they'll send you your gold, your physical gold, in a discreet package. That way your nosy neighbors can't tell what all you're doing. But yeah, let's get up into the build. I do apologize for that kind of drawn out intro, but let's get up into the build here. For starters, the base rifle I bought as is, complete as the rifle with the EBR chassis already installed. I did buy it secondhand, so this was not a brand new rifle. So take that for what you will. The rifle did come with 5 magazines, 4 20-rounders, and then a 10-rounder. It did come with an additional stock, that is the Voltor telescoping stock. I have no interest in putting it on this specific build. I do want to buy the 18-inch M14 or M1A, my apologies, and put the EBR chassis on it, and then put that Voltor stock on it. I think that's kind of where it belongs, not on a full 22-inch rifle barrel, I guess. As far as the optics setup goes, or I guess we should start with the trigger. So the trigger is, as far as I know, of a stock trigger. I don't know that the gentleman prior to me did any adjustments to that. I believe he does subscribe to the channel, so if he sees this video, please touch in the comment section if this is a upgraded trigger or not. I don't think it is, but it is still pretty soft shooting trigger. Now to get up into the scope. So this scope is not the scope that is going to live on this rifle. Nowhere close to the specs of the Marine Corps' 3 to 12 by, what's it, 3 to 12 by 40, I think, or 50? Whatever one that they used for the EBR. I think the Marine Corps is now going to a new optic. It's a 5 by 25 by 56, which the Vortex Strike Eagle comes in that, spec. Again, it's not a Schmidt & Bender. It's not any of the other brands that the Marine Corps uses. I would like a Schmidt & Bender. I just can't justify spending that much money on a scope. even if I was making the YouTube money, I don't know that I'd be able to justify it. I may do it just to keep it build specific if we ever get to that point. But I will stick with Vortex. Like I've said multiple times before, Vortex is my favorite optic company, and I would love to get affiliated by them because I just stand by them no matter what, at least right now, unless their policies change. But I've done shorts on that before. But again, we're going into the mount system here. I wanted the Sage International cantilever mount here. I also thought about going with the arms mount here, but I read some stories about the set screw that's kind of here in the front. It kind of interferes with this top rail here, so that wasn't going to be an option, unfortunately. And then the Sage International cantilever mount was not available anywhere. I guess I could have made a phone call to them to see if they'd sell me one, but I didn't feel like doing that. Through my research, I did find out that LaRue makes this mount specifically for the Mark 14, I believe the one that SOCOM uses. And so LaRue is local to me here in Texas, and Texans like to support local Texas companies, and so I felt like it'd be a good purchase. This is the LaRue LT608. It does cover the whole ejection cover, so you can mount your optics back here. I did put an ACOG on this thing, and it was just so stinking tall that I opted to go back for the scope. And it kind of just, the contour of the scope just kind of works here, the bell, I guess. Looks really nice, and it's kind of flush here, so it does look like it kind of comes together. Even though this is not the scope that's going to be on this rifle, it still looks pretty cool in this configuration. It is not mounted into the stripper clip. It just kind of hovers over it, but that's a chunky piece of steel right there, or aluminum. I don't know what it is, but it is pretty chunky, and so I don't think you're gonna lose zero on it anytime soon. It does mount up pretty sturdily. Didn't even have to make any adjustments to this thing. It was pretty much set up right out of the box. You unlock this tab here, pull it out, and then open both flaps, and then you just put it back on. As far as the bipod goes, I'm gonna say that this is the proper bipod. Y'all can correct me in the comments below. This was in the Harris bipod packaging. It was the S series, and it said LM as the model number. I know the Marine Corps uses the S-L, so this would have been, I guess, the S-LM. So I'm assuming it's the same product. I looked at pictures, countless pictures, looking back and forth, and they both looked identical. One thing that the Marine Corps does have on theirs that I do not have on mine just yet, I'm not even sure if I'm gonna get it, is the extended latch here. So this extended latch kind of makes it easier to kind of rotate the swivel function here to make it a little bit stiffer. But yeah, the M39, according to the gentleman I bought this from, he said that this is the flash device and they use a hooded front sight post. So I'm going to keep it as that. I do want to eventually get a suppressor, so there will be a suppressor on there. But that pretty much wraps up this build. If you guys liked it, I will put all the stuff down in the description below, and we'll kind of go from there. Again, if y'all want to support the channel, we've got Patreon, we've got Amazon links. Oh, we also have merchandise. I forgot to mention that. That'll also be linked in the comments, or not the comments, but the description below. But anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, y'all have a good one.